Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Sheila, and if you are new, welcome, and if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. For today's video, I am going to be doing a cash unstuffing. So I have been using my credit cards to do my daily spending. So I am going to be unstuffing my spending wallet and adding that money back into my credit card envelope, so that way I can pay it back when it's due. So I have been doing this for a while, and I do have two credit cards that I use for daily spending. One was a Walmart card that was from Capital One, and then one is from Wells Fargo. So the Capital One card from Walmart, I told you guys in my last video that they had changed it because they are no longer doing the Walmart card, because Walmart is doing their own one card. I think that's what they named it. And so yeah, the one that they gave me, which is the Quicksilver, I believe, it's gonna give me 1.5% cash back on all my expenses. I like using the Wells Fargo one because that gives me 2% cash back, but the Walmart one was giving me 5% cash back in when I did Walmart pickup orders, and then 2% on everything else. So yeah, I would rather have the Walmart card again, but they switched it, or their partnership ended. I don't know what happened, but anyway, so for today's unstuffing, I am going to go over a couple of things that I bought, how much I spent, and then I'm going to return that money into my credit card envelope. So let's go ahead and get started. So I told you guys in my cash stuffing video that I was going to be keeping the cash at home and just carry my card wallet, which I have been doing, and so I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet, but so far I like it. It's okay. I'm so used to carrying my cash with me like everywhere that I go, so for me it's like a little bit weird not having cash and just having cards. I might go back to my envelope wallets just because I think that having cash, you know, you should have at least some cash in your wallet, and so I don't know, I might do that later on, but I wanted to try this and see how well I did with it, and so far so good. So let's go ahead and get started. Sorry for the long intro. So yeah, so this is the wallet where I kept the cash. So I have kept the receipts in here, and this is where I kept my weekly spending money. So the two envelopes that I do pay back, like I mentioned, it's my Capital and my Wells Fargo. So we have both here. Hopefully I am in frame. I have to get a new cable for my camera and the computer. What is it, an image catcher? I don't even know what it's called, but anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So groceries is going to be, I'm going to be adding 25 to my Wells Fargo card, and then I'm going to be adding 175 to my Capital card, because I used one card for one thing and then the other amount to another thing. So I have $206, and so I do need some change. So the one that I have the most money in right now is my Wells Fargo, why can I say Wells Fargo card. So I am going to be adding this $50, and then I am going to be taking out 25. So 20 and 5. And so this one is due very soon, so I am going to be paying this off. And so the reason why I like doing this is because I pay off my credit cards each month when they are due, and that way I don't keep a balance. So yeah, so 25 is going into my Wells Fargo for that grocery trip, and then the rest of the money is going to go towards my Capital card. I don't like how this is just like folding everywhere. Let's move it right here. So 107 or 81, let's see, 50, 150, 70, 80. So 181 is going to my Capital card because I did go over just a little bit in my grocery budget. So we are going to be adding this to this card. And as you look at this $100 bill, oh, I know what this is. So I needed some change, and this is $100 that that my husband left in his pocket, and I washed it, and so that's why it looks wrinkly like this. So, but anyways, so now Capital has the correct amount that we need. And let's see what else I owe. So I owe, so the Wells Fargo was a Walmart trip that I did, that I spent $15, and then I did go to the Mexican store. It was like $8, so that's why I did 25. And then the Capital grocery one was for a Walmart trip and a Publix trip that I did. So next is restaurant. Restaurant is going to be getting $20, and this one is going to my Capital card because I did use this card. As you can see, now that I am almost having to pay this one, like it's close to the date, I start using this one. So as you can see, like I've kind of already used this one because both of these have different days when they're due. So depending, like I started using this one first, and then I start using that one because again, they have different dates. So that is it for restaurant. I did add the $20 in here. Everything else that I'm going to be cash stuffing is going to my Capital card. So restaurant is getting 20. Gas is going to be getting, I am going to be unstuffing $30. So I did get gas, and it was actually 27 and some change, but because gas is you know, a lot cheaper, my car has been needing less. So instead of using the 40, I've been using 27, 28. So I'm going, oh my gosh, I can't speak. I'm going to be rounding that up to $28. So how much is that? How much is left? $12. So let's add the 40 and let's get $12. So I have $11. So let's go ahead and get these $11 out. And I don't know if I can, let's see if I have enough ones in this one. I hate how this thing keeps just flipping everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's add 5. Is that correct? Oh my goodness. That is correct, right? Okay. So this is Wells Fargo. This is Capital. So let's go ahead and add one more dollar here. So now in gas, I have a 12. Okay. Let's put Wells Fargo back before I get confused. And I like to uncash stuff like as soon as I do my spending, so that way and track it, so that way, you know, I know how much I've been spending on my card. So gas is getting, or has $12 left over. Household, I did leave $10 in here for last week because I had bought some candles. And then I also got some paper plates at Publix. They did have a sale, buy one get one free. So in household, I am going to be cash stuffing $17. So I did use, which card did I use for this one? I think it was my Capital card. I think the rest was, like I mentioned, Capital. So household 17. So that means I'm going to put this 20 and then get $3. So now I have $13 left over for anything else that I need for this week for household. I do need some fabric softener for sure, so definitely gonna get that with this money. And then I haven't bought Kodak's food because I just bought some. I still haven't spent my work money. So that is it for this mini cash stuffing. And I have been keeping track. So I had mentioned that I made some printables for my A5, or I don't think I said that I made them, but I did make some. And I want to show you guys how I did it just in case. So I made some printables for my A5 as far as, because I had made some, but I kind of revamped it a little bit. And so I want to show you guys how it looks like, if I can just find a blank one. And I also, let me see. Okay, so this is what I have been using to, okay, let me make sure I'm in frame, but this is what I have been using to keep track of my expenses on my, you know, it says Unstuff, which I'm going to use because I had done 2 printables. I had done one that was for cash and debit cards, and then I had done one for my credit cards. And so I decided just to do one, but I already changed. This is just one that I printed, but I already made one where I fixed this and I put spending tracker instead of Unstuff. But I did have the date, the amount, the category, the store. I have cash, debit card, credit card, DC for debit card, CC for credit card, and then a little check mark. I am going to be checking off the stuff that I paid to my credit card, so that way I can see that I already put that money back. And so this is what I have been using, because I told you guys that I had kind of gone back to my A5, and so yeah, I made new printables, and this is where the date goes. I am going to have this, so I am going to be having this in my in my Etsy store. I'm still working on some other printables, but I might upload this as a single printout in case you know, you want to print it off. And so I like how it has the months up here, so I can just highlight which month it is. That is my little tracker that I have been using. But yeah, that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe I will do a new binder setup. I want to use this for the month of October because I want to keep track of not only financial stuff, but like health things. I was going through like some health issues with my like birth control, and so I have been trying to track like how I'm feeling, if I'm cramping a lot, if it's that time, like how the day is, and so I'm trying to keep track for my next appointment. So I wanted something where I could have trackers in, not only, like I mentioned, financial trackers, but also mood trackers, symptom trackers, sleep trackers. And so I went ahead and got that ready in this binder. And so far I have been consistent with keeping up with, like, how I'm feeling and things like that. And so that's one thing about October that I am working on myself, with consistency, and also just trying to get my life together. That's why I'm also doing a no spend October, because I wanted this month to be kind of like a reset month for myself. I feel like I always have these reset months, but I never I'm always like changing things. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm always constantly changing planners, changing this, changing that. I don't know. I love change and I love to switch things around. And so I'm trying to stay consistent with one things. So hopefully this will help me do that. I'm working on it. It's something that I'm trying to work on. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy these types of videos. If you do, don't forget to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.